When I became dean almost 20 years ago, one of my goals was in every way to make our School of Music a better place. And quickly on my list of what could make us become a better place was the replacement of our pianos.
When I think of the great history and traditions and commitment to excellence of my institution, the Curtis Institute, I often think how can that best be matched when we think about the pianos that our students play, that our faculty play. And it's a clear choice that Steinway, with its great history and its great traditions, is the perfect match for Curtis.
It's very important to all of us to have wonderful pianos at our school for the students that come to us from around the world. The instruments that we have serve young artists who are already launching their careers. And the particular thing that we appreciate so much about this is that these are the pianos they will find in the world's competitions, in centers throughout the United States, and hopefully in their own practice areas.
And I think that's what the whole point of this Steinway is all about, is training students so that in the practice room, you make it as close to what you're going to experience in a concert hall, and experience what a beautiful sound that it can produce and capable of producing. Therefore, when you're in a concert hall, you don't have to worry about all the physical problems, but rather the experiencing the performance itself only.
Once the decision was made to become an all-Steinway school and buy the pianos, that process was one of the most exciting things I've been through in my career, going to the factory and seeing how the pianos are made.
And what was so valuable about that visit was the realization for our donor of the time and the care and the quality and the true artistry that went into building these pianos.
Donors naturally are attracted to the cachet of the Steinway name, but I think it's very easy to demonstrate that it's not just the name that they're supporting, that it's the instrument, and in the matching of these fantastic instruments with our incredibly grateful students and grateful faculty. It makes a difference when a faculty member has a Steinway in their office. There is prestige, but I think it so exceeds that in terms of what that instrument is actually doing for the faculty member and the students.
It shows that you have made an investment in excellence, which everybody understands immediately. It reflects on your program, it reflects on everything you do as being commitment to the best.
Well, donors want to contribute to something that they can feel that their money went to a good cause. And knowing the quality of the Steinway pianos and knowing that they're giving to an institution that values the high quality of the Steinways, that's important to them.
The donors want to be associated with a top-notch program, and they certainly want to know that we are utilizing our resources to the best way possible and having the best instruments.
Part of that decision was because of the high caliber of the Steinway pianos, and we just want to offer our students and our faculty both the opportunity to work with Steinway and work on Steinway pianos doing their studies.
Originally, we had decided to become all Steinway. We had that internal commitment to become all Steinway before a donor was ever identified. So we started the process of becoming all Steinway based on just our annual operational budget. And as we started that, after a year or so, a donor appeared.
We have two retired theater faculty members who were touring the building. Their daughter had been killed in Pan Am Flight 103 in the 1980s in the terrorist bombing. And they'd been looking ever since for some suitable memorial to her. She was actually a music student, was a music student at Seton Hill and then was studying in England and was killed in that awful day when she was returning home. So in passing, they just noted, that we had all of these new Steinway pianos, and I happened to mention in passing that we were hoping to become an all-Steinway school. And it was not long thereafter that word came to me that they were very interested in pursuing the purchase of some Steinway pianos in particular locations as a memorial to their daughter. A gift of a piano like that, especially for somebody who was a musician, is a living memorial. It's, that through this gift, her spirit, and because she was a wonderful musician and just a wonderful human being, lives on in all of the people for whom that gift, who that gift touches.
We certainly have had an increase both in the quantity and quality of the piano majors at our school. Also, probably one of the most visible differences is the number of international students that have come. Some directly as a result of being an all-Steinway school. In my own piano studio there at Mason, I have students from Korea, Japan, Taiwan, China, Costa Rica, Russia, and America. Certainly being an all-Steinway school and knowing that they have the Steinway grands in the practice rooms, which is where most of the work happens, is of great value.
It becomes very easy, to be able to go out and talk about recruiting and why you should come to your institution. The students know that not only are they going to be studying with quality instructors and professors, but they're also going to be studying and practicing on quality equipment, that being a Steinway piano.
After becoming an all-Steinway school, now we realize not only was it transformational, it was the historic marker of change for our school. Everybody looks back and points to everything that's happened for the improvement of our school happened because of the Steinway purchase. Our enrollment has increased every single year from that time. And in fact, we've now doubled our enrollment.
Well, the benefits have been that we can use it as a recruiting tool. We can assure our students that we have quality instruments. We can also offer them the opportunity to perform at Steinway Hall, which is something that students at a school like mine, a small liberal arts school, doesn't often have the opportunity to do.
The most immediate benefit for us has been a boost in morale within the department. Becoming an all-Steinway school is a serious financial commitment, and the willingness of our university administration to make that commitment in this economic environment speaks volumes for their support of the arts and their confidence in music.
Just little things are always popping up. In fact, it started a relationship with the Santa Barbara Symphony that we really had not had before.
We have seen an increase in winning of regional and national competitions in piano. We have seen an increase of artists wanting to come to us, to play, to collaborate with us.
When a donor is able to see the piano that they've bestowed to an institution and see the students who use that every day, that's pretty meaningful for the donors.
I do tours and recruiting fairs and so forth for prospective students. And one of the very first things I say to them is that we're an all-Steinway school. It's one of the great sources of pride for our university.
You can't help when you have all that wonderful music on a campus, but to attract the attention, first of all, of music lovers in our region. And we have cultivated a loyal following of concert goers that come to our campus 4 or 5 times a year for these faculty chamber music concerts.
The piano has a special place in a school of music like ours because it really permeates the entire curriculum. It's used in every classroom, in every rehearsal room, in all of our faculty studios and offices, regardless of what the discipline of the faculty member is, of course on our performance stages and in practice rooms. Having 141 Steinways is a statement, I think, of excellence.
We became an all-Steinway school with a very generous gift of 67 Steinways.
We were able to purchase 105 Steinway pianos.
We purchased 165. I've been told that it's the largest number of Steinway pianos purchased at the same time, and we're very proud to have them.
Steinway's been a member of my family for many years, so it's like coming home to family by being at an all-Steinway school.
I love a lot of things in life. I love these instruments.
I once heard a donor say that they contribute money to 2 causes. They contribute money to medical research because it extends life, and they contribute money to music because it makes life worth living.
I think music for the sake of music is one thing, and I'm a strong proponent of that. But I think music can be the vehicle to teach so many other things. And when we can incorporate music in the lives of children, it opens so many other doors for them.
Part of being human and being fully realized as a human is aspiring to be the very best you can be at whatever you do. And when there are opportunities to facilitate that through something as simple as a piece of equipment, why would you do anything less?
Every leader in the arts wants to leave a program better off than they found it. They want to leave a legacy that will last for decades to come. What better way to demonstrate this commitment than by becoming and by being an all-Steinway school?
That our students play, that our faculty play, and it's a clear choice that Steinway, with its great history and its great traditions, is the perfect match for Curtis.
It's very important to all of us to have wonderful pianos at our school for the students that come to us from around the world. The instruments that we have serve young artists who are already launching their careers, and
When I became dean almost 20 years ago, one of my goals was in every way to make our School of Music a better place. And quickly on my list of what could make us become a better place was the replacement of our pianos.
When I think of the great history and traditions and commitment to excellence of my institution, the Curtis Institute, I often think how can that best be matched when we think about the piano.